This is Erica Clark Wise, The Renaissance, and look how my eyes look older than the last live. This is a clear example of the manipulation of the neuroweaponry that's placed directly on my brainstem. The person who was on it previously probably had a younger demeanor, and the person that's placed on me currently has an older demeanor. And so it ages me instantaneously. Now, what I did in terms of recording in Cancun was definitely me without the manipulation of an individual, but more so a gang stalking affiliation. So my body was attacked in such a way that the aging process probably looked more severe, but it also was coupled with a lack of food. I was not eating properly because these same gang stalkers have been able to manipulate police. And for what the intel said, and I use the word intel not meaning that I'm FBI, CIA, or NSA or any government affiliate, but they indicated that the police told the UPS to send the card back because it wasn't mine. And that was based on information that was falsely presented from shadow government. So today, I listened to the song Gods by Maxwell again to encourage myself. And those words talk about how mankind uses its own determination to place some type of limitation on those they feel are less than them. This is an ongoing occurrence throughout society. From the beginning of time throughout the globe, there have been a certain sect, SECT, of people who feel privileged to place some type of barrier or burden on others who they consider to be less than worthy. I've spoken on this several times about it no longer being defined as a glass ceiling, but rather a container, a metal container compressor that is placed upon people who are trying to achieve more in life. I want you to notice my bags. I just went live. How did I get bags all of a sudden? Because there's a brain stem implantation that was placed upon me in the hospital in Puerto Rico through shadow government and their affiliates. So it has to probably be someone that I mentioned previously and the names of those suspected of tampering with my brain on an ongoing basis. Even in this very moment, it's being tampered with. Even in this very moment, I have outside of interference of other people who have been tampered with, who have been told to speak and to distract me from my speech at this present time. These things are being done repetitively and concisely in order to have some type of domination over a culture of indigenous people throughout the globe. We can't turn a blind eye to this. They are utilizing systems of neuroweaponry that allow for pedophiles to see through your eye and put children in simulations just through looking through your peripheral, and their parents are unaware. And they utilize the people who they have attacked as the prey and the ones who they wish to take the downfall while they push children and unsuspecting women through a cattle type system of herding them across the planet. This is real news. This is real information, and we must not turn a blind eye to this. They hope, if you look into the simulation community, I'm not too familiar with it, but what I've learned thus far is a lot of them wear glasses. The reason why they have to wear glasses is because a lot of times the people who manipulate them have a lower eye vision reading than they do. See how I stumbled on my words then? It's because someone is on my chip who has a lower cognition than me. So we must report this to NATO. We must report this to the United Nations, and we must report this to the International Criminal Court. I've mentioned several times about Albuquerque, New Mexico, because that is an area in which there are Aryan Nation members pretending to be shadow FBI working for the FBI of the United States, when in fact they are working for the Epstein-like uh, Epstein-like conglomerates that are utilizing people for prostitution and human trafficking. So we can't turn a blind eye to that. So I wanted to come back now to show you the difference in just a few minutes that has taken place with the change of a person that was placed on a chip that I should have never had. I was not born into a system of a country that puts chips into babies, to whatever the storyline with that is. I don't even believe it, so I'm not even going to mention it until the appropriate time before the Supreme Court of America, and perhaps if there's a Supreme Court of Mexico and Puerto Rico. But I want you all to know that there is severe neuroweaponry being permeated throughout the globe, and it's under the demise of the indigenous person in order to put some type of plateau underneath those who are considered to be the majority. But really, if you look at the whole globe, there's more indigenous people than there are colonizers. And so with this neuroweaponry, they're able to manipulate their small size versus our large size by lowering our cognitive abilities and making us more subservient to them through the pushing of pesos, through the pushing of currency. And a lot of people fall for that because of the level of poverty. And so this is Erica Clark Wise, the Renaissance. I just had to prove to myself that even with that particular person on my chip that I should never have had, that continues to send people to stalk me throughout the whole globe, that I can still speak and speak through the manipulation, because I have not yet given myself over for any peso. I have not accepted any payment, and I continue to be attacked in my neurology. Right now, even there's someone pulling on my left frontal lobe. There's someone pulling information and pushing information, and you see the bags under my eyes that were not there earlier. So this all needs to be accounted for in real time, and we will continue to bring forth the latest information about this neuroweaponry attack across the globe, and how women, children, the gay and lesbian community are being attacked. Indigenous people who have brilliant minds like myself are being attacked. You can go to my threads, I'm back 6608. You can come to this page, Hugo MLK Ka. I'm a woman. My name is Erica Clark Wise, the Renaissance, and my Profound Thinkers investing page was hacked. So now, I don't know, you need to look at the IP address and see who added those current people that they're following, because when I left the page back in May 2024, I wasn't following anyone. So that particular IP address will lead you to the people who are doing this, and I'm not the only victim. Profound Thinkers Investing on Instagram is now following 26 people. When I left the page, I was following no one. Erica Clark Wise, The Renaissance, thank you for tuning in, and I'll come back with the latest information about this global attack on the brilliant indigenous minds and how we can regain ourselves for our own sovereignty. Thank you.